form in the presence of the Mancom members and at the hands of them. So this is how, and of course, it's just not about the top 2025. It's a journey, so others equally contribute. And today I would like to thank them as well for their continuous discretionary effort in terms of taking the learning torch and carrying it forward. So those are some of the rewards and recognition structure that we have for our DLC Council members. Can we move on? Can we move to the next slide, please? Okay, I'll pause here for 10-15 seconds for you to have a good look of these 21 people who have relentlessly contributed to the learning agenda of the organization. And after 10 seconds, to go on to the next slide. That's about it, and thank you very much for your patient hearing. This is the quick journey I wanted to take you through, and thank you very much. Congratulations one more time, and thank you for being around. All the best for the next for a rocking. Uh, with that, I hand over back to. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhushan. I'm sure it was very insightful for the DLC Council members. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Sanjay Datta, our Chief Underwriting and Claims, Reinsurance and Actuarial. He's also one of the DLC mentors who has always been a torchbearer for learning interventions of ICICI Lombard.
Hello. Thank you, Shibi. Thank you, Bhushan. It's my pleasure and my quite an honor to be, part of this DLC Council, even though I do very little teaching nowadays. But still, I look forward to this occasion, and I look forward to speaking to all the, active, trainers who are part of this council, and of course, I'm happy to be part of the felicitation for all the winners out here in terms of people who have been contributed a lot towards the learning agenda of our company. Having said that, I thought I'd touch upon one, very important aspect of change in our country, and its reference and its correlation to whatever we do, in terms of training and development in our company. So I'm just referring to the national education policy, which is just out, last week. So I went through that and picked up. I was trying to see how things are have been put into the policy, which have a lot of reverberation with the thoughts and our philosophy. And I would just like to refer to some of the path-breaking context and the philosophies which they talked about, and some way forward for education and training in our country. A lot of parallels with us, so I'll just refer to some of the parallels as I talk about the national education policy and its relevance for us. One big change is that it has been contextualized, to the present need for having a very skilled workforce in our country. So that's the one big change. Education not for itself. It's being able to contribute to the economy and building a skilled workforce. There was this constant grouse that a lot of the training needs to be done in the companies when they come and join in, or the industries, and people are not ready for the kind of work or the kind of skill set or the kind of well-rounded aspects of development which is there as part of any well-rounded individual in a corporate. So having said that, they talk about skilled workforce development, which is a huge thing. They also talk about the rapidly changing requirement in terms of adapting knowledge, education, and all the training towards fields like data science, computer science, and mathematics, which is a huge change in the way education is looked at. That has to be part of the core curriculum, because and it talks about developing people with multidisciplinary approaches. But the more interesting thing in the national education policy was the reference to the pandemic. So it talks about the growing emergence of epidemic and pandemics, which call for collaborative research in infectious disease management and development of vaccines that resulted a social, resultant, requirement for addressing, the concerns coming out of such risk, and risk is core to us. And, this is a risk which caught everybody, including the insurance industry, by surprise, because we didn't think that the impossible is possible. But, and it just refers to that. And how do you prepare people to be able to deal with such risks? And which is a reflecting thing. And also, it talks about all the other relevant aspects of our ecosystem, including climate change, increasing pollution, and depleting natural resources, which also affect us as emerging risk as an insurance industry. It just refers to those issues. Having said that, what it does, and which is what I like the way it puts it, is that it's not only important to learn, but also learn how to learn. And I think that's the most important part of what we attempt to do as part of the DLC Council. As trainers here, we also have to learn how to learn and disseminate information. And it's talking about less content and move towards how to innovate, adapt, and absorb new material, and in ever changing, quickly changing fields. That's one thing. And it talks about experiential, holistic, integrated, inquiry-driven, discovery-oriented, learner-centered, discussion-based, approaches, which is what I like. We talk about customer centricity, but it's talk about learner centricity, which is put into the document, which is very, very good. And finally, it talks about developing content and programs, or the approach which is flexible, enjoyable, and useful, and finally it leads to good learning outcomes. If I want to just summarize what they're talking about, and each of these things are very important from a DLC Council perspective. It talks about recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capabilities of each learner. So each learner is different, and we need to look at that, and just not do something which is fit for all kind of approach. It talks about multidisciplinary and holistic approaches. It talks about creativity and conceptual learning. So which basically it talks about the fact that you need to be creative in understanding, teaching, and getting in all the inputs from various inputs. And the big part is it talks about extensive use of technology. Bhushan referred to all the platforms which we are trying to integrate. Extensive, talks about that. There is also reference to outstanding research. Now, education in India was rote-oriented, and the whole move to make it research-oriented, also stands good for us, because we are always required to do research in new areas of risk, various ways, your processes, distribution, and all of that. So that's very good input from that document. It talks about experiential learning, and two important aspects. It talks about art integration, which is basically design thinking, various elements of art into the way we learn and develop content, or we communicate that to the learner. It talks about sports integration. He said that sports is a great teacher of things, and the way we can you ask? And yeah, so it talks about sports integration. And and what I liked about this entire thing is the whole issue of respect for diversity and inclusion, and also request for respect for developing continued trust on developing local content. So everything has to be you just can't be English all the time. Maybe you do other forms of content which tells us how to communicate and be able to reach across to various stakeholders. And last but not the least, it talks about something which very, very deeply in terms of AI, ML, and data sciences. So they're saying that this is going to be a big element of whatever courses we teach. And finally, it's that whole focus on ethics and human values and empathy, which is part of the way we try to put in our Vishwas principles, is also been stressed upon. So this, in short, is what I found very, very good in the national education policy, which really appeals to what we're trying to inculcate in our organization for the DLC Council. I hope some of these we already adopted a lot of these thoughts, but some of the key parts of what they're talking about, maybe we could adapt much more as we go forward. The part where they're looking at learner-centered, kind of initiatives, and finally, focusing on learner outcomes, which are very personalized, is also important as we make sure that every part of the organization moves up the learning chain. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You have always been a guiding light for all of us. Moving on, let us first have a quick introduction of our criminal council members and get to know a bit about each one of them. So can we have the AV, please?
Hello. Yeah, Ravi.
Myself, Jignesh Patel. I am from Mumbai, Prabhadevi location. I work in Central Product Team as a product manager. I train people for motor insurance and channel manager.
Good morning and warm greetings to all. It is my privilege to welcome you all to the annual DLC felicitation program of the company. My name is Delzad Jivasha and I am responsible for leading the enterprise risk management initiatives of ICICI Lombard. I feel very privileged to have been a core member of the DLC Council for the past few years, and also very privileged to be closely associated with the managerial induction program, which has been conceptualized by the learning and development team of the organization. It gives me a very good opportunity to showcase our great organization to all the new entrants who have just come in and make it known to them that they are about to be part of a rich legacy and be part of a glorious organization with its great values. It will always be my endeavor to continue being part of the Diksha Learning Council. Thank you.
Hi everyone, myself Rajiv Mirani from Mumbai. I'm a part of customer service motor team, and I'm associated with quality control training for CS motor team. Thanks everyone.
Hi, I'm Yadvinder Singh from Mumbai DIG. I'm the part of retail induction program since last 1 year. It's a really great experience to share with my knowledge and experience with new clients. And I am strongly believe we should aware about our process. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, myself Sarvan Avasthi from Branch Service Group. I am taking care of Delhi Gold Market branch. I am associated with the Retail Skill Enhancement Induction Program since last 3 years. Thank you.
Good morning all. This is Vaibhav Mundle from Health Agency Mumbai, working with ICICI Lombard since last 7+ years, associated with DLC since last 3.5 years, and I conduct the training for retail health products. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Galla. I'm part of the liability underwriting team. I'm currently based out of Hyderabad, and I have been associated with liability related trainings across 5 states of South India. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself is from Kolkata DIG. I'm based out of Technology from Kolkata DIG. And now I'm going to get associated to give a training for DLC, our new employee. And now I am getting an opportunity to give a best trainer, a good trainer in our location in Kolkata East. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello, I am Sekhar Lachiramka. I am posted at Delhi, working with Motor Bank M1 as a sales manager for last 4.5 years. I have been conducting retail induction training for motor insurance.
Hi everybody, I'm Saurabh Banerjee from Kolkata Motor Team. I hope everybody is staying safe. I'm with ICICI Lombard for more than 6.5 years. I've been conducting the motor module for the new journeys under DLC. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Nitin Singh. I am from M6 Vertical based out at Noida branch. I conduct retail skill induction programs for motor domain.
Hi everyone, myself Viren Soni. I am part of property underwriting team, Ahmedabad. I have taken various training sessions on the DLC program. It has been a great learning experience. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Ashish and I am part of the liability underwriting team. I work from the Mumbai office, and I've been a part of multiple training sessions like Bandhan, Uday, and Geo training. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Avinash Puri from Bangalore Health Agency team. I conduct retail scale induction program predominantly on retail health products. Thank you so much.
Myself, Kaviraj, Chennai location, SME agency vertical, and I have conducted the retail skill induction program. Thank you.
I'm Deepak. I'm from Chennai Chotabai location. I'm from BSG Vertical. I take care of training part of motor, travel, and health. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ravi Prashad. I'm based out at Ahmedabad. I'm the part of Branch Service Group, Operation and Technology. I'm in the part of DLC training program. Since the last 2 years, I'm imparting training on retail skill enhancement for new journey in ICCL. Thank you all for giving me opportunity for the part of DLC training team and recognizing my effort. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Larin Sama. I am from the Central Product Team Retail Mumbai Prabhadevi office. I had made a total of 9 educational videos in CarePoint focusing on 2 topics. The first one being digitization of agent onboarding, which was a part of the hackathon project. The second one being MIMO, which was a pilot project focusing on productivity enhancement for the sales force. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh and I'm part of the legal team. Apart from these sessions which have been initiated by the DLC, I have also been imparting knowledge by taking sessions outside the organization. And these sessions have been at National Insurance Academy Pune and National Judicial Academy Bhopal. Whatever experience I have gained in ICSA Lombard during my tenure, I have always attempted to spread it across for the industry's benefit. I thank DLC for acknowledging this effort and awarding me for this. Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Hello everyone, my name is Lavanya Gupta. I am from corporate underwriting team, miscellaneous line of business. I have taken training sessions for our internal stakeholders, that is our sales team, external stakeholders, that is our advisors, and ICICI Bank employees. The topic for training was commercial property insurance, then jewelry insurance, and we had undertaken a project for automation of policies on Myra. So how to use Myra and our USP in that. Thank you.
Wow. It is so good to see that we have such a diverse group here from across verticals who are contributing towards the learning agenda of the organization. A very warm welcome to each one of you once again. Now, may I please request our MD and CEO, Mr. Bhargavdas Gupta, to share his thoughts with us, please.
Thank you, Shivi, and a warm welcome to all the members of DLC, the Mancom, and all the awardees of this morning. First, let me start by congratulating all the winners today. I know we are not together, so we can't have a round of applause, but in our own way, let's applaud the work that each one of you are doing. When we started DLC some 8-9 years back, we had some vague idea of what we wanted to achieve. All of us believe that learning is absolutely vital to our success in an industry which is such a techno marketing, skill-driven industry. And we initially took those, first baby steps of setting up, Code Orange and Code Maroon, etc. But when I listened to the presentation that Bhushan made in terms of the progress that we've made over these, many years, and the recognition that we've had globally and regionally in terms of our learning journey, it really is something that warms the heart in terms of what we've achieved. And frankly, the credit for this achievement goes to all of you in the DLC Council, led very, very ably by Bhushan and supported by all of you. It's basically the passion and the energy and the commitment that each one of you are showing is the reason why ICICI Lombard is reached the position it has, as an institute of learning in a sense for insurance. In the industry, people talk about ICICI Lombard as a place to learn, and it's really thanks to the effort that all of you. So again, congratulations, not just to each one of you who are here present today, but all the DLC Council members who've really made this happen through their participation and commitment. The context today is something that we all understand is unusual, unexpected, unprecedented, whichever way you want to look at it. It's not something that any one of us could have planned for. But over the last 1 or 2 years, we've been talking about the importance of digital learning, video-based learning, bite-sized learning, and I'm so happy that all of you took the initiative and made the investments that we needed to build this capability within ourselves. And the fact that in this lockdown period we could roll out the learning agenda across the across length and breadth of the country to all our employees and all our distribution partners is largely because of this capability that we had built. And I know for a fact the amount of investment that we made in terms of our time and energy in educating and training and guiding our distribution is really what is helping us achieve the success that we are. So I'm really happy that the investment and the effort that each one of you put in towards the journey of virtualization without realizing that this will come to you so soon in this journey. Looking ahead, I want to talk about a couple of things. Obviously, this journey of virtualization is something that is going to stay with us for quite some time. This pandemic isn't going away. We don't know when the vaccine will be, will be found. How long it will take us to, vaccinate everyone. We don't know when the cure will be found. So it's some time away. But even when that happens, even when things normalize, I think all of us are realizing that the way of working is going to change. And virtualization of everything is absolutely essential, and that includes learning. So the investment that we made in bite-size in bite-size learning modules in terms of the video modules that we've created is something that we have to keep on enhancing. So that's one part of the journey as we go ahead. But that also throws a couple of interesting opportunities. Sanjay talked about some of this. These are thoughts that even I had in terms of what I wanted to talk about, what we need to do going ahead. Digitization and virtualization gives us another new opportunity that we couldn't exploit if we were in a physical world. And that is about mass personalization. So personalization at scale. What you can do is today you can design very contextual learning modules for me as an individual, for you as an individual. And that is through the same way that we look at personalization at a customer level, offering products and services which is relevant for just that person. I think the advantage of technology is that we can do that for learning as well. And as we build scale in our video-based and digital learning capability, we need to keep in mind that we want to build capability in personalization and individual focused learning modules. That's something that would be very, very important. And the second, again, very important aspect of building learning modules going ahead is contextual learning. We've talked about some of this, but again, technology allows us to provide easy, simple tools to help our agents, our employees, to give them again very small, relevant, contextual inputs and insights at the time that they need it. So when you're in front of a customer, you need some information. How easy is it to get that information from whatever source that you have, maybe your app or whatever digital platform that we use to access that information, so that the ability to close a sale is that much higher. So contextual, personalized, and at scale is what we would want to look forward to, and not just for our employees, but also for our distribution partners, because they are at the forefront and reaching out to customers and meeting customers. So the way I would like to see this go ahead is build on the good work that all of you have done over the years, build scale in terms of the video learning, bite-sized learning, digital learning, as also build these new capabilities of contextual, personalized learning modules for at scale for employees and distribution partners. With that, again, let me end by congratulating each one of you for this outstanding work that you've done, which is why we are here where we are at ICICI Lombard. Thank you, and over to you, Shri.
Thank you, sir. It is always a pleasure listening to you. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and insight with all of us today. We shall now move on to perhaps the most awaited segment of this morning, where we shall be felicitating our top DLC Council members for their constant support and contribution towards learning and development. Each one of you has ensured that the organization benefits from an ever-increasing knowledge base, and this deserves nothing less than the sincerest appreciation. Moving on to our award section, the first set of awards are presented by Mr. Prasoon Sarkar and Mr. Vinod Mahajan. Can we have the AV, please? Lavanya Gupta from Corporate Underwriting Team, Miscellaneous. Saurabh Jaiswal from Legal Team, Motor and TP Claims Vertical. Lalring Sangha from CPD Team. Congratulations to our council members. Our next set of awards are presented by Mr. Girish Naik and Mr. Loknath Kar. Here we go for the AV. Sandeep Prasad from BSG Brand Service Group. S. Deepak from Brand Service Group. And Kaviraj C. again from Brand Service Group. Avinash Kumar Puri from Health Agency. Congratulations to our winners. Teaching and learning experiences are like journeys. So before we move ahead with the next set, I'm sure it'll be interesting to hear from one of the council members about his experience and his journey.
We were about to go live with the revised digital agent onboarding when I got an invite from HR for CarePoint training. After the session by the CarePoint team and HR, I said to myself, what could be a better way to train a sales force of more than 1,000 people? This was at the time when we were deliberating on how do we train our employees on this new process. Started working on the videos the very next day itself. After a couple of days, I was able to record a live demonstration of the entire onboarding process across different platforms, that is mobile as well as Edison. I extensively made use of the screen recording feature and the presentation narration feature to make these videos. The 6 videos which I created that time are still being used by employees extensively for training to this date. In the current times where physical meetings have become rare, I believe self-learning is going to be the way forward when it comes to learning and training. And CarePoint has the ability to deliver easy to digest bite-sized learning to our employees, which is going to be one of the most effective means of learning going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangha, and congratulations once again. Moving on, the next set of awards are presented by Mr. Gopal Balachandran and Mr. Jerry Jose. Can we have the AV, please? Ashish Sani from Liabilities Team. Hiren Soni from Retail Underwriting. Uma Singh from HNA Provider Management. And Nitin Singh from Two Wheeler Vertical. Congratulations, winners. The next set of awards are presented by Mr. Sanjay Datta. Here we go for the AP. Saurabh Banerjee from Geostructure. Shekhar Lachiramka from Banka Motor. And Anil Malik from BSG, Brand Service Group. Congratulations, winners. Before we move ahead with the next set of awards, let's hear out the experience from one more DLC Council member.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to all the MANCOM members and my dear colleagues to the DLC Felicitation Program. When I was a kid, my parents told me three things which have got etched in my memory. First, knowledge gained will never go waste. Second, there is always something to learn from every single individual. And third, no matter what position of life you are in, no matter what stage of life you are in, there will always be more to learn. And as is rightly said, what parents say is never wrong. I'm sure all of us who are here will agree with one thing, that learning is a journey and not a destination. We are living in such a dynamic, evolving era that the only way we can stay afloat is through development and learning. I wish to take this opportunity to compliment the learning and development team for the fantastic initiatives taken, such as the training programs and the e-learning modules. Even at a personal level, my focus has always been to continually keep learning and enhancing my knowledge base so that I can productively use it for the benefit of the organization and share the knowledge with my colleagues and in turn learn from them. And to take this forward, what a fantastic initiative by the learning and development team by introducing K-Point. Imagine a situation that sitting in the comfort of your home, you can record a video and reach out to the entire organization and share your thoughts with the entire organization. And in turn, even learn through feedbacks and comments which come. If somebody would have asked you 5 years back, where do you see yourself 5 years from now, would you have ever told that person that I visualize myself sitting at home and working? I don't think so. Even in these tough times, if our great organization has delivered its promises to their customers, to the intermediaries, to the channel partners, it has been because we have continuously kept learning and evolving. We all know, don't we, that the best performers are those who are motivated at all points in time. And I wish to compliment the learning and development team for having felicitated the learning champions at various premier forums such as the Frontier Program and the DLC Felicitation Ceremony. To conclude, I only wish to say one thing, that knowledge is power. And till this power is on your side, you will always give yourself a chance at being ahead of the curve. But like every other thing in life, effective learning also comes with tremendous amount of commitment and hard work. So friends, the stage is set, the forum is there. So let's put in the hard work, let's put in the commitment so that we can build on the fundamental blocks of continued learning and be good business partners to our great organization. Thank you very much.
Wow, such passion. Thanks, Delzad, and congratulations once again. Before we move ahead, let us hear it out from one more DLC Council member, Omar Singh from HNA Provider Management.
Hello. Very good morning to everyone. Shivi, can you hear me?
Yes, Uma.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I'm very thankful that I was not able to give my video out here, and HR team, could make it in a very short time to get me a live session. I really wanted to speak, and I think I'm a part of the DLC training program, and I love speaking, I love training, I love interacting, and hence I didn't wanted to miss out this opportunity. So I'll just introduce myself for everyone around here. So my name is Uma Singh, and I'm associated with this company for the last 12 plus years. And whenever I introduce myself saying that it's been 12 plus years, it sounds really a big number, but I always feel younger within this company as I'm progressing. So thanks to ICICI Lombard. I would also like to thank our HR team for creating such a wonderful program, a platform where we DLC members as well as the employees on the other sides get an opportunity to interact with each other. If I see myself when starting in 2008, we did not have such a platform. So we were, sort of join the company and be on the ground, learn it live. But I think such induction programs really help, employees to know about company, its philosophy, its vision, different products that we have in the organization, different departments that we have, and it's an opportunity to interact with each other and collaborate well. And I also believe it's a platform which all employees feel blessed to interact with their MD and CEO, which otherwise is a very rare opportunity for all the employees, at times to get. Yes, with virtual connect, there are other opportunities also created here. And I've also been part of various Bandhan and Uday sessions where we get to interact with our advisors and also intermediaries to learn from them, to know what's there in the market. So I'll not say that I am a trainer here. I feel that we are learning during this course of training session. So I find it very helpful and informative both for the DLC members and the employees who are part of it, all the intermediaries who are a part of it. And a movement to virtual platform, in the beginning, I found that it would be different for me because I'm a person who likes to interact physically in physical presence. But I think it's really been wonderfully, platformed and created on a virtual platform also. So we did not find too much of. And I'd really, in the end, like to thank this DLC recognizing platform, which certainly serves as an encouragement for all of us, out here to learn, upgrade ourselves, and continue to contribute with great enthusiasm. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Uma. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Moving on, our next set of awards are presented by our EDs, Mr. Alok Agarwal and Mr. Sanjeev Mantri. Can we have the AV, please? Rahul Galla from Liabilities. Vaibhav Mundle from Health Agency. Shravan Avasthi from Branch Service Group. Yadavendra Singh from Branch Service Group. Congratulations, winners. And with this, we move to our top 3 DLC Council members, and they're felicitated by Bhargav sir. Let's have a look at the winners. Rajiv Mirani from CS Motor Quality Control. Delzad Zivasha from Finance and Accounts. And we have Jignesh Patel from Agency Vertical. Congratulations. Each one of you present here have made tremendous contribution as DLC Council members. So congratulations to each one of you. Henry Ford said, anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. So a big thank you to each one of you to ensure we, the ICICI Lombardians, stay young. We hope you have enjoyed contributing this far and will continue supporting and inspiring the learning agenda of the organization. Thank you all once again for your time. Congratulations and have a safe day. This is Shiva Singh signing off for the day. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a good day.
Thank you, Shivi. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. you.